Hello class 9. Once again I am here with the chapter called People as Resource. In my previous video I discussed with you that what are the types of unemployment and how unemployment varies in rural areas and in urban areas. So I have discussed and explained that in rural area there are two types of unemployment. First one is called disguised seasonal unemployment, and second one is called disguised unemployment. And in urban area, the unemployment which is visible or which is found there is known as, or it is called as, educated unemployment. Educated unemployment explains that people have education or they have invested money to become educated and skilled, but to get the job, and they are sitting idle. So all the investment that have been made on them to make them educated and skilled is not paying them any return, and they are sitting idle. So in today's video, now I am going to explain that how unemployment leads to wastage of manpower. If people are unemployed, they have a skill, they are in need of work, but if they are sitting idle and they are not able to get any work, how this is the wastage of the human. So who could have become an asset, they are sitting idle, and they have become a burden or liability. So in today's video I will explain that unemployment is wastage of manpower resource. Means people, those who could have become contributive, or those who had become able to improve their living standard and improve their lifestyle, they are not able to do so because they have no work, they have no engagement, and that is why the unemployment or the rate of unemployment, if it increases or more people have no work or they are sitting idle, and for their needs they are depending on those who are working in their family, and in this way they are increasing pressure. Means the burden on the workforce increases, and they have to provide or fulfill the needs of those also who have no work or who are sitting idle. So unemployment is, of course, it is wastage of human resource, because we have seen that we can raise the quality of the population by making them educated and providing them health and other things, because after that the quality of the people will increase and their productivity will become more, or it will make them to perform better and get more things in life. So people who could have become an asset, they are sitting idle and they have turned into a liability or a burden. So there is a feeling of hopelessness or despair among the youth if they have no work or they depend for their needs on other. So that is why people who are willing to work and those who could have been given gainful employment, they are not getting it. So unemployment leads to wastage of manpower resource. That is the topic of today's video. How? Because the quality of life of an individual as well of society is adversely affected. Means if the people are not able to get job, or they are sitting idle or unemployed, it means the quality of their life will be affected, or their family's life will also be affected, because one member will earn and all the others, they will depend on the working member who has the work and who has to fulfill the needs of other members also. So hence unemployment has a detrimental impact. So in this way what we have seen that unemployment, it affects the development in all the areas, all the sectors, or several types of problems arises due to this unemployment. And the people, those who are not able to contribute and earn for their own needs and to serve the society or to make their the family situation improves, they become burden and they sit idle and they become liability to the economy. Because as we know that if the people's productivity increases, they contribute more and the GDP increases, the national income increases, and in this way government has more money to invest and provide us all the facilities and give us the better lifestyle like other countries or like in developed countries. So in case of India, what we see that rate of unemployment, it is not increasing very fastly. A large number of people, they of course they are unemployed, but the rate is not increasing very fast. And but the main problem is here that majority of the people in India, they depend on agriculture for their living, and that is why the pressure on the land has increased, and so the productivity or the per capita income from land has decreased or it is less. Means it, so what we should do, we should reduce this burden from the agricultural land. And why? How? By creating more employment and giving them other gainful engagement, so that the dependency or the pressure from the land would decrease. So the whole family, what we see in village, that the whole family, they work on the plot, and because the family has a plot and other members, they have no other engagement, so they work. So in this way we have seen that there is disguised unemployment, and if the extra member will be given some gainful engagement or work in other areas or in other places, in other sector, then of course the dependency or the pressure from land would decrease, and the productivity of the agriculture or the land or primary sector will also improve. So employment in our country, what we see that that we do not have employment in all the sectors equally. This primary sector is the main employer, where almost majority of the people, or almost 60 to 65% of people are employed. And employment structure is also characterized by self-employment in the primary sector. Means whole family, they work on their small plot. However, the plot does not require all of them. And in this way, what we see that all family have a small share in the produce that they are getting from their small plot. And this concept of sharing of work in the field reduces the hardship of unemployment, and they appear to be employed, but actually their contribution in the production is nil if they are removed. Means the total production remains unchanged, and the gradually surplus labor from the agriculture or from the farming, they migrate from village to other bigger towns and cities in search of jobs. So now let us discuss about the employment. What is the employment scenario and how many people are working in each of the sector? So of course agriculture is the main occupation, or it provides jobs to the large number of people in India. And tertiary and secondary sector, they are contributing more to the GDP, but employment they are not able to generate. The production in tertiary and secondary sector has increased 14-15 times, but employment has increased only 4 to 5 times. So now let us, one story is given here which will explain that how in a village where no more job was there or no alternatives were there, and people, they were earning their living from their plot or from farming. So how more opportunities have been created in the village, that I am going to discuss here in the story. So the story tells that there was a village where several families were living, and each family, they produced enough on their plot to feed their family members, and making their own clothes and teaching their own children. Means they were not depending for other activities on others, they were doing all the work on their own. One of the families decided to send one of his sons to an agricultural college. The boy got his admission in the nearby college of agriculture, and after some time he completed his education and qualified in agro engineering and came back to the village. He proved to be so creative that he could design an improved type of plow, because he did a course in agriculture engineering, which made him able to design a special type of plow, and that helped the family to make more produce on their plot. And thus a new job of agro engineer was created and in the village. The family in the village sold the surplus. Now they have more surplus because of the plow that the boy designed, and that made the family to grow more. So now they were having surplus, and the surplus they sold in the nearby neighboring village, and they earned good profit, which they shared among themselves. And from this success inspired other members in the village also. They all wanted to have a better future for their children, so they requested the panchayat to open a school for their children, and the panchayat, with the help of the government, opened a school. A teacher was recruited from the nearby village, and all the children from the village, they started going to school. After some time, one of the family gave training to his daughter. Training in which field? Training given to the daughter to tailoring, and she started stitching clothes for all the families of the village. So one more job in this way has been created in the village, that is of a tailor. And now the village persons, they are not supposed to go out for stitching their clothes, so their time is also saved, and one more job of a tailor was created. And in this way, what we see, that this was the beginning of prosperity in the village. And now the farmers, they have more leisure time and more produce to consume and more surplus to sell in the market and earn money. Now they could sell what they produced to others who came to their village markets. Over time, so gradually, this village, which formerly had no job opportunities in the beginning, now they have many, like teacher, tailor, agro engineer, and many more. So this story tells you that how in a village where very little or no jobs were there, and all people were earning their living from farming, now because of the one people's initiative, more jobs have been created in the village. So in this way, more modern activities have started taking place in the village, and the prosperity in the village has it improved, and many people's life become better and their future also. Okay, in my next class I will discuss the question answer with you. Thank you.